Good evening, folks. Mark Wilson here in the Fan Cave. It is Monday, June 5th, 2023, 10:41 p.m. And what I have today is this is a Banvil Envirofan heavy-duty gold line from, I believe, 1979, which would make sense because this is one of, I think, one of the two childhood fans that I was actually able to acquire that I remember seeing 30 plus years ago when I was a kid, and I was able to actually have it in my possession. That plus my NF Industrial. And anyway, yeah, this was actually, it wasn't in a very heavy duty type environment. It was in a glass store, and I was in the showroom, where they have, mirrors and, tub surrounds, with the glass sliding doors, etc., that type of thing. So anyway, when I was a kid, I remember walking by with my dad, and, we'd always go for walks, and there was right in the showroom, you could see, like, through the plate glass window, the two fans, and off to the there was another one, when you walk in, like sort of a lobby-ish thing, in the office they had some, I want to say a Newtone hugger, something that they put in years later, but they had a back garage with two on each corner, one on each corner, or one on each side, I should say, like in the back to the back. It was a drop ceiling, and one time, that's right. And then on the other side, there was a loading dock, and there were two of these, and I remember my dad picking me up so I could stand on the loading dock and look through the, peer through the glass and see the two fans, and they sold off the loader. They're leasing that or whatever to a hair salons. They put in these two 5-blade new things, changed it, updated it, changed it all around, and renovated the whole place. The glass store was still a glass store, and I was just happened to be driving by one time, and I have no idea why, but I decided to take a different exit and snake through town, and one morning, so I worked overnight, so it was in the morning, and of course, obviously driving by the store, I would always look, as I was driving by and see the fans. And I happened to notice as I'm driving by, I said, whoa, there were two 5-blade, Hampton Bay fans or whatever. So immediately, as soon as I got home, they were closed, obviously, it was the first thing in the morning. So I called up, and once they opened, and I said, this is going to sound really strange, but I always drive by and look at your fans. I've been looking at your fans since I was a kid, and I happen to notice that the ceiling fans have been replaced with newer fans. By any chance, do you still have the old fans? And I had to wait until I said, oh yeah, we'll let the owner know when he comes in. So the owner came in and gave me a call back and said, yeah, you're interested in my fans. So one of them got thrown out with the dumpster. The other one wouldn't fit in the dumpster, so they still had it. And so I, went down there, and the guy came back and, see him go to the back, and then came out holding the fan. I was like, yeah, what do I owe you? And he's like, you can just have it. So, I was ecstatic that I got one of my childhood fans. And this is just one of my favorite fans in general. There was a library in town that had these, and that was renovated in '97, and they threw out all the fans. It was beautiful installation. They must have had about 20 of them, and throughout the different parts of the library. But it was always on a solid state control. You always heard the incessant buzzing. They were always on low, and then there was a church once in a blue moon. I'd go there as a kid, just to see the Messiah sing when they'd have it. It was a beautiful old stone church, and they had brown gold lines. So there was a drugstore in town that had two of these, the newer ones, like with the step on the side. I've always loved them. They're always like one of my favorite fans. So I was, over the moon to get this. Now I rigged it up to a solid state control, and so without further ado, let's take it for a test spin. So I have it on a solid state rotary control. I'll turn it down slowly so you can see medium and low, and turn it down to low, and even at that, it's such a powerful fan that it still cranks even on low. Yeah, this is the exact speed right here that I remember them being on in the library. Obviously it's quiet, it's a library, but as soon as you walk into like the main, I guess lobby is this huge old building, and way up high there were two, and then look it up sometimes. It's called the Beebe Library, B-E-E-B-E, the Beebe Library, Lucius Beebe Library in Wakefield, and Wakefield, Mass. And you'll see pictures of a beautiful old building, but when you walk in, then there are two rooms flanked on each side, and they had gold lines in those rooms. There was a connecting little hallway where they had like periodicals and stuff. And then later years, when I was in high school, whatever, they had elementary school. Middle school, whatever. They had like CDs and stuff you could rent in that area, but it would lead, there were two gold lines there, and then you go to like the main room, there were four, one on each corner, and they were always cranked at about, let's see, maybe around this speed or so, and just always buzzing, because you could hear it. It was quiet, so you could always hear the buzz of the solid state control and all the fans going in unison, and it was a beautiful sight to see. I remember, how much I loved going there as a kid, but then they yanked them all down. There was a gift shop in town, Honeycomb Gift Shop, and it was called, and they had three of these. In a line in the store, and from front to back. And I'm sure there were plenty of others that I don't remember off the top of my head. There was a cause they were quite common when I was a kid, but these ones I could always tell the gold lines. Even I didn't know the brands back then. The manufacturers. I just knew that, I knew they had, the little point at the bottom here, and so I, all the rest of them, the ones that some of them had a little circle thingy, like the New Tones and the, whatever else, some didn't have the circle. It was just sort of the round, like the Union type motor. Those I don't really remember which. I don't remember any of the, like these. I don't really remember any of the details about that. But the point I do remember. That's the thing. Like, I can remember some places that may have had, They may have been Newtone Proline ones. They may have been, I remember, the curved tip and the straight tip. But yeah, the point I always remembered. Those gold lines. They're very, very distinct. So yeah, this is one of my favorite fans. And no, it isn't for sale or trade. Love to pry this from my cold dead hands. I can think of about 10 fans off the top of my head that I wouldn't trade. For anything in the world. I wouldn't sell for any amount of money. And this is definitely one of them. So, anyway, yeah, well, actually, I'm going to give you a tour of the fan itself. I want to show you the top and some of the stickers. Now, I don't know, it says 79. I'm not sure if that's the year it was manufactured, but wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I remember these fans from when I was 3-4 years old, which would have been the mid to late 80s. So, yeah, and the Banvil sticker, unfortunately, is missing. I believe this was the one on the back, because I know the one on the front had the Banvil sticker because it was facing the window, and I'd always look in and see it. So, anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Please do stay tuned for more fan videos. Like and subscribe to my channel. Good night and good luck.